welcome along to Heartwoodturning in the Stable Studios. This week's video is a little bit of a trial. I'm going to do a leprechaun top hat as part of the Steve SKs and their hashtag Top Hat Week. So welcome along. Let's get over to the lathe and see how we get on. So on the lathe we have a piece of magnolia which is roughly about 5 inches across and probably 8 inches in length. So we'll just quickly get it mounted on the lathe. So initially we're going to use a 1-inch roughing gouge to bring this to round. On there. Next time we're going to need then is we're going to need a bearing and parting tool, which is a 10mm. It's a 10mm square bar and it's cut to 45 degrees on either side. And we're going to straighten these edges off. So the best way to do it, start it off horizontal, just take a little cut, drop the handle, establish the cut again, and just take it off in an arc and come down towards the centre. Just like that. And we'll try and keep that nice and straight. There we go. Now we need a tenon on this so as it fits we can fit it into the chuck. I have this preset, in this case it's 48mm. I'll make a tenon on this end. So I'm going to make my tenon about 6mm deep. Lift the handle and then take the cut on in. So you think you're getting somewhere close to it and then you can test it. And that's actually perfect, so that'll do.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mister, can we leave this seat? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fate. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true Oh Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. That poor boy's heart started overheating, sending all of his love on down. For the night is dark and Lord is quiet. I've been traveling this lonesome road, my one true love waiting there to see. Oh, that long old train back.
There. Well, what I think I'll do is I'm going to use a skew just to finish that off and give that a nice flat finish. I'll raise my tool rest and I'm going to use my skew just to come down here and try and give that a nice flat finish. But what I want to do is set this at the correct angle, same angle as the piece. And that should just gives a real nice finishing cut coming down there, which will negate a whole lot of sanding. That's fine. Much, much better. So we get a look at that now. There we go. And the last thing I want to do here is just round this edge off. That should do. It's fine. Sand that off now. Now, I want to just make most of these hats have a sort of black line down here somewhere. So we'll make a black line. But what we'll do is we'll put a cut in, V cut in there. And a little V cut in there. And that'll give us a black line there. And now we'll sand this up. I'll quickly sand this through from 120 grit up to 400 grit, and I'll not bore you with the details of that. So quickly move on. Switch it on. First thing we'll do is get rid of the nub. So we'll just get rid of that gently. So let's get rid of the nub. Now, I need to set the distance. I use a pencil. I don't want to hollow it any more than that. I can do a little bit more. That's where I want to hollow to. So what I'm going to do is drill with the spindle gouge. I'll just insert it straight in the middle. And I'm going to rotate it so the flute is kind of pointing towards 10 o'clock. And just draw it straight in. I'll just speed on through the hollowing process, guys. Not kind of bore you with that. We just did a little bit of back hollowing, and we use various tools, as you'll see as we go through the hollowing. So a quick change of tool there to the Simon Hope Pro Hollower using a 6mm carbide cutter.
Well, I'll be gone.
And now I'm going to change to the Robert Salisbury Sovereign system using a little French HSS cutter on the end, French curve HSS cutter. And that's my weapon of choice, if you like, for just to refine the edges and refine the shape in the inside. And we're back to sanding again, so we'll do the same with the inside at 120 on up to 400. I'll speed you through that again so we're not bored to death watching sanding. Just coming up to the end of the sanding now. That's at 400 grit, and now we're going to colour the inside using your airbrush and some plum intrinsic colour from Hampshire Sheen. And once the inside is done, we'll change to the airbrush to forest green, again from intrinsic colours, and we'll do the whole outside in forest green.
Take a sip, I'ma pack my grip. One more trip, and I'ma move on. I'ma move on. Across the track, don't look back. All the jack, won't roll on. City lights, what blinds your eyes? Don't look twice, won't go on.
So this is just acrylic black paint I'm using here just to make what would be the hat band. I'm just using a small paintbrush, just painting it on. It's not perfectly true in the chuck, but we managed to get as near to the line as possible and then just finished up by hand. So I'm just using the skew here to put a couple of little lines in the top. I fancied a little gold rim on the top of the hat. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Again, we used acrylic paints just to add that little highlight detail. As a finishing touch to this thing, I used a little bit of clear lacquer just to bring out the shine. That's Halfor's clear lacquer I used this time. And there it is, that's the little thing finished. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. There it is in all its glory on the turntable. So piece of magnolia, turned intrinsic colours for the colours, base colour, and then black acrylic paint and gold acrylic paint. And we stuck a little shamrock on it just for the fun of it, seeing it's St. Patrick's Day. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, well, please think about subscribing to my channel. And if you don't mind, give us a little thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching.